Danny, do you know we're live? Okay, well, don't know what she's doing. Of course, this would be how we started off. The first show of the year. Cause sure, what would it be without our usual shenanigans? Anyway, if you are not familiar with
I
this
had
show,
to put my ice cream away. Hold on.
I thought you already did it.
No.
Oh, I thought that was what you had said, that you had already done it. Um, well, if you are not familiar with us, if this is your first time tuning in,
Oh
if
yeah, great
maybe
first impression.
if if somehow maybe you saw our stream before you actually watched the show, welcome. This is the Dynamite Diaries, where very little of this is actually about Dynamite. So much has happened, my friends, since the last time that we were all together. Wow. Before I get started, Danny, do you have anything that you like to share? What,
Ah! Hold on. What's up, gang? Um. Oh, Lyric. Where do we start?
you know what? Let's talk about 2025 really quickly.
Sure.
What were some of your wins? What were you most proud of?
I don't feel like I accomplished
Oh,
much.
you know what? We don't even have to talk about that actually. Um,
Okay, yeah.
you
Fuck,
did a
fuck
re-
the wins, huh?
no, you did a really cool interview on January 1st. Talk about that.
Did I? Oh yeah. So, guys, interviewed the former host of AEW, now arguably employed, RJ City. Um, I'm very proud of that interview. Lyric can tell you, like, I was nervous, because I was like, guys, this is like a person who like tells jokes for a living. I don't know if I have any, um, but I was very proud of it. I think it went well. It's um, it's an hour and a half, and it is completely unedited. So we talked about everything. We talked about Sesame Street and women's wrestling and Betty White and the Lincoln assassination and
Just the normal topics, you know.
British people not being real,
For
everything.
sure.
So if you haven't seen it, go to Black Girl Wrestling and watch it. We gained like 200 subscribers just from that, and that's scary. So I will be gatekeeping going into 2026 to make sure you get in before the ushers close the doors.
Um, I will say, watching like come in and like watching like your subscriber count go up. I said, oh, Danny, this is never going back in the box. Like
I'm
this,
scared. You know what?
this
Uh,
just never is.
we'll talk about that later too. But Lyric, what else is new? Have we talked about the charity stream on here?
No, we haven't.
It's been a long time. Should we talk about the charity stream?
Yeah, I think we should.
Mhm.
So for those of you, many of you were there. For those of you who weren't, on December 22nd, was it the 22nd? I think we did. We held a 10-hour stream to raise money for Feeding America and World Central Kitchen ahead of the holiday season, to help out families in need. And we absolutely exceeded all expectations. I'll let you know that right there.
That's
Um,
for sure.
we had originally set a goal of $500, and we ended up exceeding that goal before we even started the stream. We set a new goal of $1,000, and we exceeded that in like the first, what, 2 hours. And so we ended up raising $2,413. Actually, it was more than that. I think it was, we ended up getting like a late donation in like a day ago. I mean, not a day ago, but like 3 days ago. But it was only like $25. But so it was like it's somewhere close to like, I would say like, all right, let me just check. I can't do math. I was about to start doing the math on screen, and it was going to be really
Women's
ugly.
STEM.
Yeah. I don't
But
want to embarrass myself like that. Yeah,
guys, that was
two
just so
thousand.
exciting. It
Yeah.
was we had no idea what to expect. Like Lyric and I are like, is anybody gonna watch? And definitely is anybody gonna donate? Because we were like, I mean, worst comes to worst, to like not embarrass ourselves, like we'll put the money up, you
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
That goal was getting met. But luckily we both donated, of course, but we did not have to do that. You guys
You
really
did? You donated?
yeah, you didn't donate?
No,
Derek.
I was supposed to.
It's our. I mean, it's our. You were asking people
I mean,
to give money.
I did. I was so overwhelmed by the details. I genuinely forgot. Like I literally had so much. Like,
Do you think that makes you a bad person?
no, I actually because I literally came up with the idea.
You asked other people to give their hard-earned money, but you wouldn't do the same.
I provided the entertainment.
You felt like that was entertaining. I felt like
I also didn't eat for like 10 hours straight.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know why you did that. I was eating on the street the whole day.
yeah, I didn't eat. Like I literally took everything. And you can ask Danny. Like I really did take it very Judge Judy strict. Like I packed that calendar as tight as possible, and I didn't even plan on it. Like I didn't think. So I over invited people because I thought like maybe it was gonna be us. I knew Jalen and Chloe were gonna come, and maybe like a few other people who feel bad for us. You know, I knew we'd have like a handful. I sent out so when just about I would say so many people, every slot we issued was filled. And so many people ended up dropping in. We had a few people who weren't even like on the schedule who ended up coming. Shout out to Maya World, the newly all elite Maya World stopped by. Phil from Grap City,
J Rose from Naptown.
J Rose from Naptown.
None of these people on the schedule.
Yeah, it was actually really crazy. Don't listen to Danny, but we are doing another one.
I'm not doing that. I'm never doing that again.
Yes, we are.
I sat crisscross applesauce on my bedroom floor for 10 hours.
Well,
I can't do that.
Well, you're going to get a chair.
I'm not young enough to do that, guys.
We're going to do one for Black History Month.
I can't say that on stream.
No, you can't. We have a list of people who owe us freestyles. It's going to be really great.
See, that's the main thing I want to underline, right? Like, what was so cool about this stream, a couple of things. One was just like how many guests came, and like all of them were great and we love them so much. The people that were willing to like rap because I asked, a little insane. I was kidding. I'm realizing now that I don't think that always comes across. So like I'm not threatening you. Like you don't have to do it.
No, people were. I think I realized how many people were scared of you. And I think you realized that as well.
Guys, I'm kidding. It's all a joke. Like,
no, you really do put fear in people's hearts. It's kind of scary.
That's good though. If it's a man, I like that.
No. I think we need more of it. I'm not gonna lie about it. We need more of it.
But yeah, those of you that did not rap,
we do have a running list.
Yeah, we trust you will be dealt with. You owe me a verse. There will be another cipher. And matter of fact, if you're here in the comments, you owe me a verse too. If you're sitting at home watching this stream, be prepared on February 1st. I have all of your ads. Be prepared on February 1st because I will be following up. So I'm giving you time.
You know what? I'm thinking for the Black History Month stream just because I feel like I have higher expectations for our people. I think that we should like drop keywords throughout the stream that they have to work into their freestyle. You know, like
I don't like that.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Why?
I just feel like that feels like Mad Libs.
What's Mad Libs?
You don't know what that is?
No.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Lyric is from a different generation.
This is the second time you said this to me today.
Look, I mean, I don't know how to talk to people who weren't born in this millennium.
I am 27 years old.
Yeah, we have a whole Olympics difference. That's a big deal.
That's nasty. That was just so nasty.
You remember Athens?
No, I wasn't old enough.
Right.
I wasn't born yet for Athens.
Yes, you were. It was like 2008.
Athens was 1996. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Atlanta. I'm sorry. It was like 2004. I was alive for Athens. I was.
Yeah.
That was LeBron's first Olympics.
Sure. Happy late birthday, LeBron. I want to take this time to recognize the GOAT of all GOATs, Sir Lewis Carl David Hamilton. Happy birthday to the 7-time world champion, 104 wins. Most podiums ever, most poles ever, most wins ever, first and only Black driver in the history of the sport, and the greatest to ever do it. So congratulations, my GOAT, and happy birthday.
Speaking of goats, I would like to give a very special tribute to the ace of all aces of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hiroshi Tanahashi, retired, y'all. Man, I ain't been the same since. I'm still fucked up. I know so many of you are probably thinking like, oh yeah, Lyric's going to write a great piece about Tanahashi's retirement. I am. I just can't get through it right now. You don't understand how many tears I've real cried. I know like some people be like fake on the internet, be like, oh my God, I'm crying, etc. No, there's been several times over the last week where my in real life friends have had to personally come into my room and check on me because I was not in Japan. It was really serious. I'm really sad about it. I don't play about my ace at all. I actually pre-ordered the Wrestle Kingdom event program to feel like I was there. It is what it is. Yes, Kazuchika Okada, I can't believe the things they said about you. I can't believe the things that they said about you. They called you washed. They said you couldn't do it anymore. They said that your time was up. Oh my God. Slapped a sixer on the table.
Cash Money Kazu, I want you to know it was never us, okay? It was never us, and it never will be. You were 100% the person that had to deliver this, and you came all the way through. It had to be you. Hiroshi Tanahashi, I mean, what is there to say besides, I think, well, I wanted first to give credit to, like, the actual event. The actual retirement ceremony itself and the match, absolutely phenomenal. It was very, very classy, very beautiful, classy first lady.
It really was. It was Princess Diana type.
It really was. And I was like, no, this is how you do this. I just was absolutely Lyric. I texted Lyric and I was like, please, if I'm not awake by the time we get to the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, like I send a mariachi band to my house. I don't know, start threatening niggas. People, come on.
12 minutes, 57 seconds.
I was getting, when we were gonna talk about New Year's resolutions later, I was gonna say that's up there for me, but couldn't do it. I forgot what I was talking about.
No, I sent you messages. I said wake up, but you were asleep. But you got up fairly close to the time. Still counts.
I got up and then I realized that I was watching like the end. I got up and fucking who was out there? I got up and Osprey was out there. And I was like, no.
Yo,
a couple steps.
I'm gonna also say there's a 75% chance I'm gonna end up regretting this, right? But when New Japan is doing good stuff, I swear I don't even care about the rest of your wrestling companies. Yoda Tsuji been so strict. Yoda Tsuji,
and he should be.
He said these white men are dangerous. He said,
and he's not wrong. And you know what? It just feels so like, I know it's been polarizing or like whatever, but like, no, you gotta protect home turf. Look around. Y'all gotta start playing offense. We cannot always be on defense with these people.
Watching New Year's Day, and it's so interesting because if you saw him when he originally came back from Excursion, right? He was known as the smiley guy. He smiles all the time, and with teeth like those, I would too. Okay, beautiful teeth. When Yoda Tsuji, he posts selfies from the dentist all the time. It's actually, and I would too, but he's actually cut all that smiling shit out. When he revealed that belt at New Year's Dash, he said, yes, hold this white belt for me. Hold this white belt for me. Pull that coat off and reveal Big V4 to the people.
That belt is so insanely hot. That belt truly, like, I don't think you guys understand the way I feel about that P4 belt.
No, here's the thing. I think just wearing that belt elevated you from great wrestler to God. Like, you got to think the way that we talk about like guys who wore that V4 belt from like 2010s New Japan. We talk about them like deities, like actual gods. Like, we will never see the well, we now see it again, but like that, it's just no comparison, bro. And then Big Suge decided to be nice to y'all and said that he's going to reenact the entire lineage. So all of you now get to be recognized as IWGP heavyweight champions. Will Ospreay posted
He
something
was
about
geeked.
he said, "Woo!"
I've been there, yeah, 76.
Speaking of Will Ospreay, that this motherfucking neck still feeling like cottage cheese. He said, "I miss y'all so bad."
William Peter Charles.
He said, "Please, please, please take me back. Please, please, please.
Put me on something, please."
Meanwhile, Callum Newman's he's gonna kill him.
You know what? I'm a William Peter Charles. Ain't nobody fucking worried about no fucking Callum Newman. Okay, look, I understand that. I know you feel differently, Lyric. I understand that's your dog, right? William Peter Charles, we have much bigger fish to fry. Much bigger fish to fry, okay? I understand the desire. You're like, oh, yeah, you get back, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make my friends millionaires. Not yet. Not yet.
Well, the thing is, Billy got some time. He just got to get better and get to Owen. There's really nothing else for him to do until then.
No, I got plans. I got plans that I cannot share with you right now because the haters will sabotage me. But here's the thing. Well, I'm not going to get into the Callum Newman of it all because I don't think he's interesting enough to take up too much time on the Dynamite.
I don't think you. I also don't think that you watching New Japan to say that. But I digress.
I don't disagree with that statement either. My perception of Callum Newman is incredibly limited, but what I will say is that he has never caught my eye ever.
Yes, and but I don't think you watch enough New Japan to like for that perspective to be like taken as something like gospel.
I don't disagree with that. Yes. I will be the first to say, you know, Lyric literally tweeted like you tweeted like, oh, everybody's always got an opinion about Wrestle Kingdom, and then it's crickets for the rest of the year. I was like, yeah, that's usually me. No. But everybody think they know every damn thing.
It's so funny because several of my mutes, like, bro, people were literally in my replies like copping please, like, yeah, but Lyric, you don't understand. Hey, Lyric, but you don't understand. And here's the thing, I get it, guys, but it's like there's so many character shifts. Like, for example, like Callum Newman. Callum Newman is like a completely different character than he was this time last year. Like, he is, first of all, he's a heel. Like, he was not a heel this time last year. Second of all, he's literally like, what, an extra 25 pounds heavier? His wrestling style has changed. And 3, he's completely different on the mic, right? And he's not the only person like this, but also too, like, yeah, people make sweeping generalizations about stuff, and it really grinds my gears. And I get it. I was like one of the only 3 people still watching New Japan faithfully last year. I get it.
See, my thing with New Japan is I fully agree with the statement that New Japan is king of sport. When New Japan is good, nobody can touch it. Absolutely nobody can touch it. I will say that I think so I'm somebody, I will tune into all the big shows. I will be seated, but I do miss a lot in between. And then I'll watch all the G1. So I do miss a lot in between. I think I don't think Callum Newman is a superstar. And I've never thought that about them. And I've seen my first introduction to Callum Newman was way back when I was watching all of the Ospreay matches. And I understand people change, people whatever. There are niggas people that you watch throughout the course of that project and you're like, oh, they have it. Callum Newman has never shown me it.
I can say that I never saw the full vision until recently. Like, I thought that he was a great role player, and I think that he had a decent year last year. Like, you know, I think is one of like the younger guys in New Japan. But like these last couple months, I've seen the vision of he can actually be a top foreigner in the company. Yeah, somebody said Callum has jumped past Gabe Kidd. It's not hard, but that's also, it is true.
I mean, yeah, but Gabe Kid. What? I don't have time for that. We gotta.
that one thing I actually don't have time for. But
like,
no,
literally, what do you want me to fucking
New Japan, the tag division is looking great. The Knockout Brothers, man, what a time. They told WWE no. They said we are sticking with the lion mark. Good for them. What else has happened? Bro, he rivalry happened that entire time. Like, guys, we have a whole type of fixation. We don't have time to even get into it.
Yes, we do. We will talk about that because that consumes a good amount of my brain space.
Yeah,
we also do have to. I mean, the men's world title did change hands in AEW.
That did happen. That did
we
happen.
haven't talked about that either.
Kind of did happen. TBS championship changed hands.
Yeah, like there's been some.
But like, yeah.
But
Man.
first,
Kenny Omega's coming back in the world title picture,
guys. So, like we said, a lot to cover. Let's start with the important things. Heated rivalry, guys. Because after this, it's all wrestling related. And what's the fun if we don't talk about other things first? Right.
Of course.
You might be saying, Danielle, what's heated rivalry? Let me tell you.
So glad you asked.
I'm so glad you asked. Because I understand now that we are escaping, we're breaching containment a little bit. So sometimes we make references that are for, our friends and for the girls. And it's not just the girls watching anymore. So I'm trying to be a good ally. Heated rivalry. Fantastic romantic show about two rivals in the NHL. It was a book first. And it is, if you haven't seen anything about it, I truly wish that I could be in your body so I could experience it again for the first time. So Shane Hollander and Ilya Rozanov, and also we've talked about the Omegaverse before on this show, but like it's important to note like this is heavy Omegaverse dynamics, right? They're both hockey players, they fall in love, but the love comes later. The first two episodes, they're just getting nasty. Okay, the first two episodes are like, whoa, you see everything, the stuff you didn't know you could show on TV. You're like, whoa, that's. I'm
talking about prime HBO cuts. Yes. And they're only the people who used to watch like 2000s HBO on it.
You're like, whoa.
But this isn't Crave original. This is Canadian taxpayer funded Yowie.
Shout out Canada.
Shout out to Canada.
Thank you. And it's really, really hot, but it's also a very tender love story. And that part gets lost, I think.
I think also too, people just kept rewatching the first two episodes over and over again, which is valid. But what it was like midway through the series because it's 6 episodes. I said, "Oh, this is not what I think it is, isn't it?" I said, "I'm starting to like go to bed like really emotionally wrecked and not truly way, like especially like bro. After episode 4, I said, whoa."
No, episode 4 was rough, and it's also tough because like Ilya Rozanov, the things that I think we could get into together.
None of those words are in the Bible.
None of these words are in the Bible. They're not in the Torah and they're not in the Quran. I promise you that. We're creating new things. The world's never seen this before. But look, that Rasputin edit for Ilya Rozanov, yeah, big old freak edit. I know y'all seen that. Anyway,
we throw so many words at them. They have no idea what we're talking about. They shouldn't. I have something to say about that actually.
It is a beautiful show that you watch the first 2 episodes with your tongue out, and then the last 3 episodes, I would say, with tissues in hand. Not for that reason.
Yes, correct. Especially when Scott and Kip, they throw the first puck at Hockey Stonewall.
Yeah. Look, now here's the thing. It's one of those things where it's like, all right, you pay respect to like those are the ancestors. They're not even that old, but you pay respect. What they are is boring. I have no interest in seeing Scott and Kip.
You think the Scott and Kip are boring?
Boring as fuck. Not just boring.
I think they're just old.
And I think that makes you boring.
I think they're just older, Like I think I'm I'm into it, but I think it's just a completely different dynamic. And maybe if we met them first, we wouldn't feel that way. But like Shane and Ilya, they're literally somebody said like they're essentially like high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very sweet. I love them bad. Shane Hollander is like
I relate to him too much.
I love him so bad. He can do no wrong to
It's
me.
the touch of the tism
Yes, it's more than a touch. It's a heavy pour.
yeah.
He got what I got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't say yeah like that.
No. I was saying like stuff as well too. I was saying, I think I'm gonna actually go get screened because of human rivalry because Shane's showing so many symptoms, and I said,
don't know that's you.
I said I do this every day. He was doing so much stuff. I said I act like this, so I'm gonna probably get that checked out. Stay tuned.
You know what? Representation is so important.
Really.
But yeah, guys. So we had to bring it up because I'm literally I'm not kidding. It has consumed. I've thought about that show at least 3 times a day.
It's literally, and I think also too, watching like the actors take off. This is the closest.
I love them.
And no, but I will say, for better or for worse, because like I will say, like fandom is like losing their minds, and it just shows that a lot of you have no tact and decorum.
Yeah.
But this is like as close as we've been, and I think way over a decade to how it felt at Prime One Direction. Like it's getting there.
Absolutely.
It's getting
as somebody who was there.
As somebody who's there. It's so funny. So like Hudson,
it's the same feeling, and I didn't know I could feel like this again.
Like Hudson is doing late night tonight, and like they like swarmed him getting in the building.
I know.
And the security said, "We haven't seen anything like this since Harry Styles." Speaking of Harry Styles,
the Princess of Wasia. Like I don't know what to tell you guys.
Harry Styles also made.
Also. Motion on that front, guys. We'll talk about wrestling eventually, but these things matter. Okay, it's important to be informed. Harry Styles' motion. He released this cryptic video that some people were like, "Oh, like he's retiring," and some people were like, "Oh, he's coming back." Also, the video beautiful, and it was very like. I was like, no, this is how it feels to be a girl, which is a weird thing to say.
No, it just confirmed that, like, I want to see Harry, but I want to see him at Wembley. Like, I really do want to see
When's the last time you saw him?
I've never seen him. I know. I want to see him so bad.
I went to Love on Tour twice. It was so fantastic.
Like, when I say I didn't really tap in to doing things I really love to do until 2022-ish. And I am now not letting anything in.
As you should. That's how I am. That's my problem.
Like, but also, they said that he's going to do a summer tour in Europe. And my hope is that he runs Wembley around the same time as All In. So I have to pay for one flight.
One flight, baby, please. And I feel like, who can we call to make that happen? Who do you feel on the All Elite roster has the closest connection to Harry Styles? How can we make that happen?
Closest?
Yeah.
Probably Tony Khan. With all the football connections. Yeah.
He probably has the Wembley dates. Tony Khan, we talked real crazy about you, and we know you're watching, of course.
Who isn't at this point?
Who isn't? Tony Khan, we know you're watching, okay? Yes, I still want to rob you. Yes, I still want your money. That I'm putting that aside for right now. The biggest show of goodwill that you could demonstrate to me is to, and I won't do anything with it. Send me the Wembley Stadium schedule for 2026.
Absolutely.
Or just slide in the DMs and say you're gonna have to take 2 flights. Just give me that answer. That's all I need.
That's all we ask.
That's all I need. So yeah, emotion on the Harry front. Heated rivalry has consumed my life. Connor's story also, like, you know what? Like Hudson Williams, a little freak. I love him. They're both insanely good at PR, and they're both insanely good at media. Connor's story, you will be a superstar. You
That's talent, baby.
You have got it in you, on you, and there's nothing they can do about it.
The girl who plays Svetlana, apparently she had to go around on set and tell like the other Russian people to stop talking to him because they thought he was actually Russian. So they're trying to engage him in like these full blown conversations. And she's like, no, he's not. I promise
But
you.
that's real motion. That's real motion.
Real motion.
And you know what? I feel bad for them because like they're making nothing compared to how big this show is. Like, and they signed on for 3 seasons on fucking nothing on the biggest show in the world right now. And so I just y'all get y'all.
They're gonna recoup all that money in like endorsements and stuff, but still, it just that means they're gonna have to work so hard. Like,
you know what? But I love them bad. This is the moment that they take off. Connor's story. We gonna get you that Calvin Klein. Absolutely, baby. Absolutely.
He did things in that gold gym shirt I have never seen done before. To the point to where
on your knees, I
felt my ancestors slapping me in my sleep.
You know, the first time I heard him talk like outside of the accent and the voice being 3 octaves higher, I said, "Whoa, who's this guy?"
It's so intriguing in a way. It's just, oh, you're dangerous.
No, truly. Did you pay the $8 to listen to that Quinn story?
You asked me that on camera?
Okay, so guys, because I know you guys don't know what this is. If you don't know what heated rivalry is,
no. The answer is yes. I will not elaborate.
I will. So Quinn is this app. It's essentially like, I mean, it's just like, oh, these are like really, really like hot scenes or like from books or whatever.
Audio adventures.
And I'd never like heard of it / cared. They said Hudson and Connor gonna be on there. I said, oh, what they talk about? Whoa, they got in that booth and they were every noise you can think of. They sitting up there and they just like, whoa,
pop my butt, pop my.
No decorum. Hudson Williams was just hooting and hollering. He was getting fucked. Whoa. Whoa.
Hey, I said, you know what? I went ahead and unsubscribed because I said I only need this for a month. I said y'all too freaked out for me. I said
I don't want to hear anybody else. And then I heard Connor Story's voice on that, and I was like, this is just as bad. Whatever you're doing to me in the ear,
accent, right?
It's just as bad without the accent. You got me.
Like I said, we haven't felt like this since Prime One Direction. And
so the thrill
to experience this as a grown adult feels so much better.
I didn't know I could feel this way. Anyway, guys, yeah, heated rivalry big, Harry Styles big. Should we talk about wrestling now? What else has happened?
Oh, G1 is coming to the US. You coming? You going?
I mean, I feel like I kind of have to. It's literally Chicago is like 2 hours away.
And also, it's a G1 USA date. I feel like we have to go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have to. I don't necessarily. I don't really get why, you know, like but I'm not gonna complain because I'm gonna go. I just don't think the U.S. has done anything to deserve a G1 date.
Well, I think that they're just gonna have a lot of AEW wrestlers in this year.
So yeah, and I think that's why it's in Chicago specifically too.
Yeah, so,
but
and also too, out of all the shows that New Japan run in the U.S., the Chicago one always goes well.
Yeah,
Windy City Riot is always pretty full, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
So vamos a ver, but yeah, G1 USA will see me, unfortunately. Guys, I don't know where this money's come from because I lost my job.
Yeah, yeah.
But
hey, listen, we've been talking crazy lately. Yeah, we going to Wembley. We about to go see Kenny and the boys. We gonna see.
Well, here's the thing. Do I understand how any of these things are gonna happen? No. Am I gonna make all of them happen? Absolutely. If you think there is a world in which and this may not happen, but if you think there is a world in which Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay main events Wembley Stadium and I'm not fucking there, you've lost your mind and you've lost all respect of me because you don't know me. You don't know me. So should we talk about the world title maybe?
Yeah. We can kick off with that.
Or we could talk about TBS title too. Up to you.
I think, we'll start with, it's not bad because I think world title had a good night tonight, but it gets wonky. It gets roller coaster sometimes. Anyway, so world's in title change in a 4-way. MJF is the new champion. What happened last week?
How did you feel about that decision first?
I didn't feel any type of way because I
wasn't surprised.
Yeah. Like, my thing is also, and I know people want to be like, everybody has an idea of what they think the product should look like. And then there's like the hints that the product has actually showed us that it's going to look like. Sometimes those things intersect, sometimes those things don't. But MJF has obviously, one, re-signed to a company. He's not going anywhere. 2, he had already held the world championship before, and he's what now, 28, 29?
29?
Yeah, like, brother, he was going to hold the belt again. All these guys are going to hold the belt again at least one more time. At least homegrown world champion. So,
and I think
tripping
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I was saying I'm not tripping over it. I do think he just shouldn't hold it nearly as long.
I agree. I think also right now, to me, it was obvious that was going to be the direction that they went in. Honestly, before they said it was going to be a 4-way, because you knew he was coming. But, like, especially by the time they're like, oh, it's going to be a 4-way. Like, that's where we were going. Like, I think that we only put Samoa Joe in between so you didn't have MJF pin Hangman. Because that would have, I don't think people would have reacted well to that. But, I mean, yeah, like, whatever. I think that, like you said, it can't be as long. And you will have to put your boots on.
Yeah.
And, that belt simply must be returned to its rightful owner.
Correct.
In Vancouver.
Big by God. And I also think too, of course I would have loved for Hangman to be champion much longer, right? But the current, like, the way that things were set up at the time, we had got to the point in his reign where literally there was nobody left for him to wrestle. And I think being as a babyface, he was so, like, cut off at the knees by that. Versus, look, like last week, MJF comes out after winning the title. He had, 4, 5 challengers already lined up?
I agree with you, but I also don't think that we should just, like, let that slide. Because AEW, why don't you have top heels that Hangman can go against?
No, that is 100% valid.
But no, it's like, I completely agree with you in that, like, it makes more sense to have a heel champion right now because you have more babyface challengers. But if you're AEW, then that means you have a heel problem. And you have got to figure out what you're going to do on that front. Otherwise, everybody is going to end up in the same position that Hangman is in. And it is frustrating as a Hangman fan because you felt like his first world title got screwed over. His first title reign got screwed over. And then his second title reign was never set up for success because it wasn't supposed to be him. But
I will say, though, speaking of year-end stuff, was it supposed to be him or not? No. But, man, did we clean up house. Shout out to Hangman FC. Man, we came for our things. I'm talking about winning Wrestler of the Year votes. We out here main event stadiums. We won the Owen. We had the world title again. Storyline of the year.
Truly the it girl of all time. That's my cowboy.
Took the ball and ran.
You know who else? Sorry, go ahead.
I said this is what we do.
This is what we do. I want to give a good old glazing to Bandito. I think that when we talk about everybody's 2025, I think there are a lot of people who are in that conversation for the rest of the year. I'm not even trying to have that conversation right now. What I'm saying is the wrestler of the future is Bandito. That everybody, if you don't have stocks now, I don't know what to fucking tell you, because that's the future, Your Honor. And I literally, kind of on accident, I had a Bandito appreciation night at my house the other day, and I was showing all of my friends and family a bunch of his matches.
Your
And
house sounds so fun.
It's so fun.
Oh my god.
It was so fun. And I had a Kenny Omega family tree presentation night the other day too. I also learned a lot about. Do you know anything about K-pop?
Like in concept, yes, but not like specifics.
I didn't either. I learned a lot about K-pop and Thai BLs. Okay, so Thai BLs are like, oh my god, what is this show, man? So Thai BLs are, it's like Thai boy love, and they're they're boy kissing shows. But the whole system is so interesting because we had a presentation night, and so I was learning from my friends and family too, and one of them gave a presentation on this, and essentially it's kind of weird. The whole system kind of weird because like you'll get signed to this company, and then they'll like have you kind of like try out a bunch of different like you're a boy, and they have you try out a bunch of different like boys, and then they like pair you up, and like that's who you're paired up with, like kind of for life. Like those are the people, that's who you're gonna be a star in the show with forever. So you'll go show to show with one person. And it's a little bit of an odd, like I don't love that because most of them are like 20 or like 19 and 20, and it's like no, this is your on-screen boyfriend forever. So kind of odd. They like train and stuff, and but you know what, to each their own. That's what's going on in Thailand. Apparently it's going on other places too. And like K-pop apparently is like very similar, where it's like you're like training to be potentially picked for a group for like years at a time, and you don't get paid while you're training. So you're just like hoping that someone will like sign you to like one of these groups, and so then they put you in a group, and sorry, that's the world of Thai BLs and K-pop. We'll talk about it another time. But I thought I would share.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing. Speaking of J-pop, I don't know if anybody saw like the opener of Wrestle Kingdom 20. Kaisei Takechi in that Rampage performance coming out there. I said, oh, New Japan, y'all not slick. Y'all are not slick. I know when you got your recruiting hat on. Y'all see a pretty boy from DDT who can do a flip. we know your game.
You know that Drewski thing? That don't matter. That don't matter.
Sign
right here, baby girl.
Sign right here. Sign right here. New Japan Pro Wrestling, you not slick. Y'all are not slick. I know your game. Y'all done ran this place so many times.
A classic.
Paid off every time though. Paid off every time. I'm not
going to blitz.
But y'all not slick, bro. Y'all not slick whatsoever.
Have we had any other major pop culture moments? I think I'm having an allergic reaction too. I don't know why. But my skin's like red.
Not really.
Guys, Lyric got this shirt for me.
Oh yes, I did. And honestly, I need to buy one for myself.
Oh my god, we can be twins.
It said 7-star general. I said, whoa. I had already ordered it. I said, damn, I should have probably got this for me.
You should. We could be matching. When I first opened it, I was like, is this a John Cena shirt?
How would I do that?
I don't know, because sometimes we like to play fun games. I got to figure out what I'm going to get Lyric for her birthday. Guys, I made my first financially irresponsible decision of 2026. I have no business making this purchase, but I cannot wait to do an unboxing. Because any guesses? Because in my defense, they don't sign stuff. They don't. Like this was limited edition, okay? And I was like, no way, it's still available. And I had it in my cart, and I said, Danielle, that's not wise. And I had it in my cart, and my dad was like, wear the shoes, light the candle. And I was like, oh, absolutely. I bought the Omega Okada signed print.
Not a bad purchase. I can't argue with it.
I regret it when the money left my account, but I've been smiling ever since.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You pay for the experiences, and they're worth it. They are
Whatever.
Worth
What
They're
the
worth
fuck
it.
ever.
Being able to look up every day and see something that belongs to Kenny Omega.
Oh, guys, Kenny Omega appreciation section has begun.
Listen,
Omega, we love you.
and Kenny Omega, I heard you getting back in that lab, my boy. They said you getting back in that lab. You going back full time at All Elite Wrestling. Everybody took your chain, the best bout machine, the cleaner, all of that. We are so back. The belt collector. We coming for everything.
Everything. Everybody tuck your fucking chain, nigga. Oh
it's
my
God.
God. Sorry.
And also too, Kenny, I just need you to remember who you are. I feel like last year you got in your own way sometimes, you know, and your confidence about not being able to be who you used to be. Let me tell you something. You don't have to be who you used to be.
Nope.
Who you are right now is enough. You could go out there and play Street Fighter on your Nintendo Switch, and I will rate you 5 stars on Cage Match tonight.
Plus.
I want you to know you have some real glazers in your cult. Okay.
I cannot stress that to you enough. You're holding yourself to your own standards. My standards for you are below hell. You could truly, like, just go out there and stand and say, how is everybody doing tonight? And I would say, marvelous, beautiful. Nobody's ever done it like that before. So I want you to know. I'm excited, though, because it seems like somebody said Danielle take a Benadryl. I probably should. I really think something's wrong. But I want you guys to know, right? Like, and I want Kenny Omega to know. Kenny Omega, I know you're listening to. Our 2 most important viewers, Kenny Omega, Tony Khan, of course. Kenny Omega, it's clear that he's getting his confidence back in that respect.
And his witty.
Because the thing is, y'all be like, oh, he had an off year last year. He still had a better year than most of y'all favorites.
And when I say like better year than most, I mean like the only people who can ever like chat him somewhat is like Bandito, Kesha, Hangman, Osprey. That's it. Kenny, especially like his first half of the year, from Wrestle Dynasty to what is it, Anarchy in the Arena. And honestly, if you look at his cage match right now, Kenny had no bad matches.
He doesn't do that.
It's all green. Like literally, his cage is all green. He just didn't have a lot of matches. That's all.
And
quality over quantity.
And you know what? I truly like. I can't stress this enough. Even had they been bad, like they may not be up to your standards, or you might feel like, oh, you know, like I feel like I'm not like myself, or like whatever. These other bitches can't lace your boots.
Bro, when they started their retirement ceremony and Devil Sky came out and the Golden Lovers walked out, I said, whoa. I knew Kenny was coming.
I was still surprised, though. I don't know why. When I heard the music, I was like, Kenny Omega's here. I knew that.
When I saw the Frankenstein of Kota Ibushi stumble out of there, and also let me tell you about the Golden Lovers. Just seeing how they've gotten so old, they have beat up, and they are like that. They are still like each other's person. It's really crazy. Like even after all this time, they are still boosting up each other's bad ideas, supporting each other through some, and they done been through some shit, y'all.
Yes, especially these past couple years.
And I will say, like, you know, they never fallen out. Not for real. Like, you know, and they're just as locked in as they were 20 years ago.
Which is insane and beautiful. And Kota Ibushi, my love, my light. I love him bad. Like, guys, for as much as we talk about Kenny Omega on this show, like, Ibushi, to me, like, you know what? We should have a debate about, like, GOAT cases between them.
I mean, it'll be Kenny. Well, no.
Well,
Kenny has the longevity. Coda has the peak.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, guys, y'all don't understand. Because Pete Kota Ibushi wasn't a girl in the world that can step to that bitch. Nobody.
Kota Ibushi was not human.
No, that's what, you know what, we really should have that conversation about longevity and quantity over quality. But I don't think there's a bad answer. But
There's not.
of course there's not. There's fucking golden lovers. But seeing him, well, first off, seeing the pictures of him in the parking lot, funny ass man. Funny.
He was doing a union strike.
That's like what I tweeted. He's standing there like, yeah. It's like, okay. And then he was like, no, I didn't have a ticket. I just went to see if they would like let me in. Kota Ibushi spotted in New Japan. Whoa, you know.
I think also the way that just Tanahashi's retirement was so healing. There are so many people who have, I'm talking about, they have talked about New Japan like a dog. They done almost sued the company. They done walked out the company, all sorts of stuff. Everybody pulled up. They said, I
put
love
that
you.
aside for one night.
He said, but I love you, my boy. I love you.
Hey, between Naito, Ibushi, Shibata, like we had a whole lot of bad blood.
That Shibata shit, bro.
Oh, bro, that's what got me, because it got Tanahashi. That was when I was like, oh, okay.
He heard one note, said, no, can't do it. I can't do. That's my brother. That's my brother, y'all. That's my brother. Y'all don't get it. And also, that company for not letting Shinsuke Nakamura come. Do you know you have 30 minutes?
30. And you know the craziest part about that was like, there's no good reason. You know, y'all didn't need him. You didn't need him to do shit.
Y'all don't want that man for real. You just don't want AEW to have him by extension of New Japan.
Exactly.
Correct.
There was no reason that Shinsuke Nakamura could not have been there. It was actually incredibly cruel to do that.
And then have him send his armband through Takeshita. Listen, Takeshita already had enough of his fathers there, okay, that he had to live up to.
Truly. Now, some of those fathers he ain't seen in years.
Also, speaking of Takeshita, bro, Takeshita looked fantastic. Like,
you're telling me.
My God. I said he looked so happy, especially by New Year's Dash. I said he's smiling all the time. He was so happy to be there.
And the hair. Like
we will write sonnets about that hair.
Kenosuke Takeshita, you are so loved. You are so loved. Don't worry about that.
When he did that Terminator dive, I said, "Oh my God!"
That match was gas too.
I started hearing "Dance with My Father" by Luther Vandross in my head. Now it was. I will say, I think the first 10 minutes was a little slow, but then they picked up. It was a wrap. And when I said, "Well, Yoda Tsuji, man," when he kept going for them rib shots. I said, "Oh, very serious bitch. Very, very, very serious."
Yeah, I think that is a match that I completely lost my train of thought.
It's okay. But yeah, I was a fan of like that entire retirement ceremony. It really healed something in me. Like seeing all these people come back. Will Ospreay was looking normal.
I didn't like it.
And he was so somber. I said he's not gonna
take that suit off.
He's not gonna get his whimsy back until he gets back in the ring.
I know, but I can't do it. Like I don't like it.
Is his hair combed? You know what it reminded me of? Wait, you said you never watched SpongeBob, right?
I wasn't allowed.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a part in SpongeBob. There's an episode where SpongeBob kind of is forced to become normal, and so he literally smooths out, and he just becomes this super dull version of himself, and he just starts doing everything.
Sad.
I know.
It's dark.
It reminded me of like Osprey.
Oh.
I said he needs to come back. I said no. I hope you're not medicated. He's like please, like no. We need like full whimsy.
Yeah. That's what I think that is something that he does very well, and that a lot of men don't do. You lack whimsy, and you know what? It was hard to see him at Wrestle Kingdom, like no light behind those eyes. This is just no. He needs his big jackets. He's not supposed to be out here without them.
Yes.
But I
Plus,
will say,
he gives Trey
guys,
Q
I got something mean to say. Hey, y'all gonna jump me? How do I say this nicely? Jay White, get out the pictures.
All right. All right. Not
How
you
do
want to
I
know what's
say
crazy?
this nicely?
I felt the opposite. That was the first time in a very long time when Jay White's music hit and I felt something. I said it was and being around those people, it one thing it did was it immediately like put your mind back to when he was wrestling them, back when like he was one of the most important people in wrestling. And it's just kind of like, man, that feels like forever ago.
Sure. I think
I was really happy to see him. Now I would say if we had to order them from least to greatest,
I'm
last short.
What I just take issue with is just, guys, this is some real hater shit. Because I don't hate Jay White. My problem with Jay White has always and consistently been I think Jay White is just always in spots he should not be. This was an example of that. I'm like, look at who else. Look at the rest of the lineup.
I will say, especially since media-wise, they had already announced that Osprey and Omega were coming. And so when Jay White came out first, I was a little taken aback. I'm not gonna lie.
Special surprise Jay White in something of this importance.
But we have to also remind ourselves this is for Tanahashi. Tanahashi loved Jay White.
Exactly.
Tanahashi loved Jay White. So no, he was not ill. He was definitely supposed to be there. Because this was about Tanahashi and what Tanahashi wants.
Yes. What I said was, and I didn't say Jay White go home. I said Jay White get out the pictures. You need to, you know what? I firmly believe this. I believe this about Jay White the same way I believe this about current boyfriends. We're taking a family picture. You need to stand on the end. Okay? Because I do need a version of this picture with and without you. That's what I mean to say about Jay White. It wasn't.
Hey man, that was the funniest shit ever. When Kaiji Muto pulled out his phone and started taking selfies and told all the white people in Ibushi to leave, please. He said this is a Japanese only live stream.
And that's what I'm saying. Somebody else should have also made a call and said, now one without Jay White. That's all.
We're not doing that.
Also, Naito, funniest man alive.
Truly.
He has some competition now, though. Andrade is funny for a different reason. Naito,
and it's so crazy because if Naito had not left New Japan, I guarantee you that those two would be together right now.
Yeah.
And it really does eat me up inside because, man, the two funniest people in professional wrestling belong together.
We could have lived in Giggle City.
True.
But a fake out at somebody else's retirement, man.
Nasty.
Funny. Nasty. Then took so long to get down there.
Tanahashi said,
we gotta go.
He said, all right. But you know, it was just so beautiful. I know I keep talking about it, but I still can't talk about it. They built him an Ace Mobile.
Yep.
And personally pushed him around the Tokyo Dome.
Correct.
To wave at each section personally like Princess Diana. Like, it's Joe Holbert said this on Twitter. It's hard to not be romantic about professional wrestling. This is a love story. This is the love of my life, unfortunately. I've tried to find something else. I've tried. I'm speaking for me. I know you get. I know you get niggas. I get it. I get it. Mr. Bitch is true.
You know what? You know what? The way that you could not believe that I brought up Quinn, I cannot believe that you would say that on this stream.
No. I'm just saying that, like, you have a life outside of this shit. This does not consume you. This year is my 20-year wrestling anniversary of. I've loved this too long, way too long, way too long. But I say this of just I've never felt so romantic about professional wrestling as I did this weekend. And the worst part is that I'm watching one man retire, and all I can think about is that.
Okay, nope.
This is not. I said, as bad as this hurts, as bad as I'm crying, I still have. I know at least one more level that is worse than this. Now, I will say, Tanahashi, that was bad. Like, that was pretty bad. Like, in the sense of, if I rank watching people retire, how sad and how much it hurts me. Like, Danielson was one thing. Like, who else? Sting was one thing. Town Nakano was one thing. Like, it's always, it's hard to deal with. Tanahashi, by far, hardest I ever dealt with. Like, and it's crazy. That was way harder for me than Cena. And I grew up watching Cena. Tanahashi was really hard for me.
Me too.
Like, and it's.
Well, that's because John Cena was.
There's truly like only one person who's ever gonna take me.
Oh God.
To that upper room. That's it.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought it up, because I was sitting there and I was watching it, and I had my own tears in my eyes.
I think all Elite fans were thinking it, and especially
Shibata came out, and I had real tears running down my cheeks. But I heard Kenny's music, and I said, "Oh my God, it's almost your turn," and that. Oh yes. God.
Yes. And whenever like they pull out like those old pictures from like Tokyo Sports and stuff like that, of just like, I said, oh, they're starting to count down. Like,
I would kill myself.
Yes, but we're gonna have to, especially like now, because Elite Wrestling did have a show tonight. Seeing the Bucks like their tassels and their headbands, and they talking about Kenny is back. I said, this is the last big run, y'all. Like, this is good. And I'm not gonna lie, even like losing the Young Bucks is gonna be really tough for me, because TV wrestling without them, what is we gonna do? What is a trios match without the Young Bucks? What is an 8-man tag match, all-star tag without the Young Bucks? What is tag team wrestling without the Young Bucks? Like, now the Bucks, a whole genre is cooked when they gone. Send the flood. Like, the Elite in general, we have more years behind them. We have at least 10, I think. At least 10-ish. I'm not too worried. Unless he just decides he's had enough of y'all. And I get it.
Fair enough.
But
that was my thought, was like, wow, okay. I'm looking at this and I'm like, maybe not the next big one, but like one of the next big ones is going to be Kenny Omega
and Samoa Joe.
But he wasn't there, so it didn't come to my head.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. I just remember, yeah, Samoa. Hey, man, Samoa Joe. I think because I just assume he gonna beat niggas for the rest of his life.
For the rest of his, because it's like that's like this is part of you. It's not like a thing you do.
Yeah.
I feel like you would do this with or without the cameras.
It's kind of like
beat people up.
It's kind of like, I don't think like Kota Ibushi will ever like formally retire.
No.
Like, no.
Because this is who you are.
Yeah.
It's not something that you do.
Yeah.
Can I also add a small anecdote, completely unrelated, about something that I found today? Okay, so my dad, without getting too doxy, I've mentioned before that my dad, took me to my first ever wrestling show. It was a Ring of Honor show. I didn't care about wrestling at all. I literally didn't even know what was happening. I just wanted to play with the streamers. I was like 7 or 8, and Adam Cole played with the streamers with me, and that's why he is always a client of mine. Even though I didn't know who he was. Huh?
But no, I was saying that was now Adam Cole's at All In. That was rough.
So that hit me hard. But today, while I was cleaning up, my dad found like a poem that I like wrote that day, that I dedicated to Adam Cole when I was like 8, and the streamers that I kept from that show. And that made me cry today earlier too, because I was like, wow, we're all mortal. Like we're all like this is rough.
Yeah, man. I think seeing, especially like New Japan, particularly Tanahashi's retirement, just humanized so many people for me. And just,
Yes,
especially like him, Kenny, Ibushi. I think even Osprey, now that he's going through his first major injury, of just like these guys were gods and titans, and then like time comes for us all of just like and like they're human, but they're still so important, and they still have so much to offer. Like, and when I saw the thing that really warmed my heart, and I promise we're gonna move on because like wrestling really did have a show tonight, was New Year's Day, and all these people are posting these fan photos of Tanahashi running around with his ponytail and this lanyard, and his suit, because he's working. He might not be in that ring anymore, but he's still running a strict regime. Hardest working man in the room. My president.
And what was I gonna add? We're talking about right before you said New Year's Dash. I was gonna add something, but I forgot. Oh, I'd say what else made me cry that weekend? Like seeing everybody's tweets about how good of a person Tanahashi is. Seeing Cheeseburger's tweet about the Underground Railroad.
Yes. I said, "Oh my god!" An hour.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, if you didn't see it, what's it called? Cheeseburger tweeted and was talking about like a story about how he was, I don't remember where he was, but somewhere in the States with Tanahashi, and what Tanahashi like stopped to read like a plaque about the Underground Railroad, and someone came up to him and was like explaining to him like the importance of the Underground Railroad, and Tanahashi was just like so receptive and so like tapped into listening, and I was like, this is my ace. Like
that, there's a few moments well, this, where you find out or you hear firsthand accounts from other people that the people that you admire are actually just as cool as you think they are. And it's just, it always feels good. We're always ahead of the curve. But All Elite Wrestling had a show tonight.
Sure. One more thing. Don't roll your eyes. It's been 3 weeks. Also, everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. I think we missed a lot of Hanukkah too, so Happy Hanukkah. All the holidays.
Yes.
All the holidays. Kenny's tweet made me cry too, because he was like, we're like me, Ibushi, and you, like sometimes we get like really embarrassed because like we can't take the stairs, and I was like, oh my god. But it's just a reminder, those 3 in particular, like of just how much they give, and that's the thing. It was like what I think made me most emotional with Tanahashi was just like he's just given so much, and it's all so genuine, and everything he does is for the fans, and it's the heart and soul that is behind everything he does, and the joy, and
joy.
and putting that together, and then it was all those things combined with, like I said, the inevitability of all of our own mortality, and the idea that
Somebody said he bicycled to the hospital by himself when his girlfriend stabbed him like 20 years ago. Bro, Tanahashi has like this. I tweeted about this. He has this series of autobiographical interviews. It's just up. It's 105 of them. I've read about a quarter of them. He actually talks about the stabbing in detail. Wow, he's lived a life. You want to talk about a Mr. Bitches? No, he's lived a life.
He was in it. Also, I want to say, you guys are really funny in the comments. You know what's not funny? Somebody said, at least we have FTR left. If you think that now's the time to
That's I will say. I feel like, you know, every time when a wrestler, when their time comes for retirement, right? Their people are in charge of planning the feud. Okay. I can only worry about the people that I gotta plan the repass for. Okay, we have our menu set.
if funeral food would be so good, you'd be forgetting who died.
Yeah. We already have our repass set. We already have our church home, you know, our family funeral home. We good home going. We've already picked out the songs for our side. FTR, I don't know nothing about that lifestyle.
That's not my family.
I don't know nothing about that lifestyle. Call Joe Holbert. I think that he knows the
He can
details.
help you.
He can help you.
Ain't nothing I can do but pray for you.
I handle the elite packages. Okay.
You can't afford these services.
Those are. I'm only in charge for the arrangements for the elite, and that's it. I don't have nothing else. I don't have nothing for FTR. That's not my. I don't know nothing about that lifestyle.
I know about that lifestyle. All these blocks, you will unfortunately have to settle that for yourselves. And you know what else? I'll take it a step further. I don't want pomp and circumstance for FTR. I don't think, because y'all want to be so old school. Y'all want to be so, back in my day. Well, back in my day, men just shut the fuck up and got to work. All right? So that's what you should do. And when your time is done, no retirement party. Go home.
Amen.
You know what else we can talk about? Christopher.
This is the last thing, Danny. Last thing.
We told everybody it's going to be a long ass show, all right? Everybody get the fuck over it. Also, thanks for watching. We love you, dog. Christopher Jericho. I knew better than to believe all of the reports. Because Jericho is just like, you ever had, like, I don't know where y'all are from, but I live near the woods, right? And sometimes, like, you have, like, a raccoon infestation, right? You have a raccoon infestation. And you set up traps, you call an exterminator, and they come and they take the raccoons away. And you're like, right, cool, that's solved. But there's always one that remembers where they came from. There's always one that somehow seems to find their way back into a place that I know I just kicked you out of. I know I did. I handled it. And I just knew for a fact that we were not able to declare this a raccoon-free zone because Chris Jericho always seems to find a way to get his grubby little paws back into the mix. So I knew better. I didn't believe it. I was like, I need to believe it. The only way, hey, I'm about to sound real Southern. Sometimes the only way to make sure something's gone is to shoot it. The only way to make sure Chris Jericho is gone is to have that pen to paper and that debut in another company. You cannot be sure any other way. Guys, I want to clarify, I'm not threatening Chris Jericho.
I will say, I can't like 100% believe it until like I hear
until you hear the music on Monday Night Raw. Exactly.
Yeah, he is still all elite to me. Until I hear otherwise, he is still all elite. Which means he's still a threat.
He's still a threat. That raccoon could still come home. So I really want it to be clear that I never had hope, because I think hope is the thing that kills you. So the way Tony Khan was talking today, like, made it really sound like that man is gone. Which in that case, a girl can dream. But no, all the people are like, oh, he was supposed to debut on Monday night. I don't believe that. Till I hear that music, I'm not running with it. Oh, Danielle, Chris Jericho did so much for AEW. Did I ask? No. pack your things.
He did do a lot for AEW.
He did.
It's just
Now pack your stuff.
He just I think that he ran his course. And here's the thing, that's one thing that I will say I have always liked about Jericho's career. He knows when to leave. That's why he literally has a stint in every major promotion that exists. You know, he's been everywhere, you know, whether he's been in New Japan, whether he's, you know, reinvented himself, he's been to CMLL, whether he's been in WWE, whether it's AEW. Chris Jericho always got to take up his sleeve. And
I respect the hustle.
And so we'll see you in the Rumble, brother. As for my home, as for my church home,
me and my
here in Jacksonville,
we gonna praise the Lord. Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate ya. Thank ya. But yes, All Elite
Wrestling had a show tonight. It was called Dynamite.
We kicked off with John Moxley versus Shelton Benjamin in the Continental Classic.
Because Mox is new.
And a Continental Champion eliminator. This match was really good. This was grown man wrestling.
Yes, it was ugly. And I loved it.
Gritty. My brand, my type of party. I'm into it.
I loved it. I thought this one was good. I liked most of the show, honestly.
We also found out that Mark Davis and Jake Something are now a team. Jake Something got signed to AEW.
That's huge. Shout out DP Dub.
Shout out to DP Dub. LeBron Crozone, we need you next, brother. I've decided everybody that I want to get signed, I've decided that we'll get signed. Last year we spoke a lot of people's name into existence. They all got signed.
Yeah. We paid the Etsy witches to we weren't playing around. Well, I was playing around, but
I think we got to be more careful this year too. There's a lot of stuff that I felt like we were joking about,
like
that actually happened.
Like what?
I'm not joking like in wanting them to happen, but joking as in like, oh, we have a plan. We're submitting this to a witch. This is going to happen or else. You didn't notice that like half my predictions have already come true.
No. Well, my problem is I put a lot of stuff in the universe. I don't even remember. I just see what sticks.
That's the thing. But I mean, if you go back and review that episode, so much has already come through.
Somebody said, Mr. Creek said, I don't believe y'all start talking about Dynamite until I hear All Regrets and had a show tonight at least 15 times first.
Yeah, that's our vocal stem.
That's about right.
That's our vocal stem.
You know what else is my vocal stem right now? Kevin Gates. Beefing with my chick while I'm in jail. They're like, kill John Lennon. You guys know this?
Thank you for sharing.
Lyric, come on, it's no fun if you don't play along. What are your vocal stems at the moment?
Well, of course, pop my butt, pop my butt.
Constant. Counting or not counting gang violence?
What's another one? Mr. Lender.
Mr. Businessman.
Yeah. I like that one. That's right. Those are like I would say like two of my main ones right now.
Okay. My other thing is right.
Oh, I'm sure it's one of my favorites. I'm sure.
Lyrics is many are saying this.
Many are saying this. Yes. We
had. Or, you know what else lyrics says? And also too. That's what you say.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to stop.
It's not bad.
It's terrible. I actually need to completely relearn my grammar all over again. It's okay.
I was trying to do an episode of Black Hole Wrestling, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it in like Swahili," and I was like, "Oh,
you know Swahili?
I do. I'm fluent in Spanish. I'm not fluent in Swahili, but I can speak it. I can't read it as well, but." I was like, let me put my notes together and I'll do an episode of Black Girl Wrestling in English, Spanish, and Swahili. And then I started writing the script and I was like, this is so tiring.
Danny, I think you're gonna accidentally stumble into a really big job one day, like True Jackson VP.
I mean, when I was in college, I kept getting recruited by the FBI. Oh yeah, I've never shared. Yeah, so, and I was this close to taking, like, I think it was like a special investigator role with the FBI, but then eventually I was like, well, I hate the government, so.
It always comes down to that. I think also too, Quantico used to be one of my favorite shows, and I'm like, man, this shit looks so cool, but like, who would I be working for? You know?
Yeah.
And also, Quantico after the first 2 seasons, trash, god trash. Like,
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's basically about FBI training camp essentially, and then the second season is like the training camp for CIA. And
fun.
yeah.
I would never do CIA. Like I said, I was very close to FBI. But
that checks out.
But I also, like, the thing was, I can't believe I've never shared this before, because this was a really interesting time in my life, because I graduated college a year early. So what did I need? Period. A fucking job. And then I was like, I don't know how much I care. I was like, I don't know how much I care about, like, I had to weigh my morals, my pros and cons, and then obviously I ended up, well, I don't know if it's doxing to say I ended up working in politics, but I did. But not, guys, I'm not a Republican, and I didn't end up working for the Fed. I promise.
Can you imagine if Danny was a Republican?
Could you imagine? That would actually be so funny. I've honestly, I've considered it, just for the fact that, like, okay, you guys, this sounds bad. I think that I could be, like, a fantastic Republican for a year or two. I think that
100%.
I could make so much money if I was morally flexible enough. I could make so much money being a conservative grifter, because they're not very funny. They're not very.
You remember that girl?
Yes, yes. I could 100% convince, like, make other Republicans feel bad for me and give me a whole bunch of money, and then I can have a change of heart 6 months later and be like, oh, actually, I'm running for Senate as a Democrat again. I wouldn't do it because I do have morals and these things matter to me.
If you were going to do it, you would have had to do it like first term, like, right? Like, we too far gone now. Like, we so far gone now.
This I could never do, because it, like, whoa,
No,
but
yeah,
it's like in John McCain's America. Could I have done that?
Real Mitt Romney,
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there was that girl. It was a black girl. She wore this MAGA hat in the picture, and she was like, "I got kicked out by my family, and this, and yada yada yada." And because they hate me because I'm conservative, full time, she's liberal as they come. But she's like, I'm about to make money, and she did. She started like a GoFundMe. The people paid up everything, and she ran off on them.
And as she should, like, what else I've thought about? I've thought about, like, because I was raised in a red state, I thought about registering to vote as a Republican so I could vote Republican primaries for more liberal candidates, and then just voting in the, in the, what's it called, as in the general, as I'm not a Republican. I'm so scared that this is gonna breach containment and people like, oh, he's a Republican. I can't say that. I would rather do a lot of things than have that be my reputation.
I think what was I gonna say? Yeah, let's talk about Dynamite.
1 to 10.
Nope.
1 to 10. 1 to 10. How progressive would you consider yourself? Like, 10 is like the wokest of woke. Like, every boycott you're in it. Like, every protest you're at it. Like, 1 to 10.
From a belief standpoint,
yeah,
probably 9 out of 10. From an action standpoint, 4.
4. Okay, that's low.
Like I would say, do I do the actions enough to supplement the rights that I want and believe in. No.
You know
Like,
what? I understand that. I
yeah,
would say
it's like I would be lying if I said I'm in the field the way that I used to be years ago.
I think partially like I feel like I served my time.
You know, especially like, bro,
Even the trenches.
working like campaigns and like working voter registration and stuff, it took up so much of my life. I'm working 10, 12-hour days for shit pay. I'm just like, I'm old now, like, bro.
I
Unfortunately,
love this stuff.
I did, and it's still some of the most fulfilling work I've ever done in my life. But it's just not sustainable. Like from a mental health point and from a strength point, I just can't. You know,
yeah.
I support the cause.
I completely understand. That's why I left. But I would consider myself. I don't want to say 10 because like I don't think I'm like a perfect like I'm so tolerant of everything. I'm tolerant of most things. I don't give a fuck. So I would say 9. Like everybody go do what you need to do. From an action standpoint, maybe a 6 or 7. Guys, what do you consider yourselves? If you say conservative, you will be blocked.
Yeah, we will be.
This is not and maybe that's bad to say, but this is not a safe space for conservatives. It's not. You have the rest of the world. Go and
literally anywhere else. Most like 99.9% of wrestling podcasts are white men anyway. Like, sure, just fine.
Literally, just scroll and pick one. Doesn't even matter. Maybe they'll be British. Maybe you'll get lucky. Ollie Wrestling had a show tonight. It was called Dynamite. So we had
Jack Perry was originally supposed to team up with Jet Speed. Jet Speed got attacked by the new team of Jake Something and Mark Davis. He needed new partners. And yes, we have the Young Bucks came back with their tassels and their headbands.
And their super kick party.
Correct. They ended up winning the match. And as a result, afterwards, they got jumped. And we got the second return of Big El Idolo. Let me tell you something about Andrade. I think he's the most fascinating man in wrestling. He keeps the people on their toes.
That's for sure, including his ex-wife.
Hey, man, chill.
I mean, he did.
Came back at Wrestle Kingdom. New leader for my United Empire. Wrestled New Year's Dash. Getting into it with Gabe Kidd. Flew back over here. Took the mask off. Said we home. He's probably going to be getting into it with Kenny next week. What a guy.
I heard somebody was like, he's the first person to ever re-debut on AEW.
You know, and I love it. And I think that he's one of those guys where I don't think that he ever would have left AEW if he wasn't trying to, like, you know, save his name.
Going up that mountain.
It didn't work. But
that's also, I don't like to talk about people's personal lives on here, but how you just go post Happy Father's Day to me with a kid that whose baby is that? So,
again, funniest wrestler that ever lived.
So I'm like, I just, that's the first thing I think of whenever I see him, like, and he like pops up and he's not wrestling. Like, that's where my brain goes immediately, was that post. That was crazy. I think he's super fun in the ring. I think he's a fascinating character outside of the ring. I'm interested to see where this goes. I still don't feel like there was a long-term plan for him in AEW. Like, obviously, I think that getting the Kenny rub, like that, just in terms of having that time, helps a lot. But like, what? So, like,
I think he's gonna. I think one, he's going on a world beater. I think he's going to do a lot of New Japan and CMLL this year. And then 2, I would put the Unified Championship on. I put the International belt on.
Who has it now?
Okada.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my plan. I would put him the International title on him.
Can I say something else? I think I've never been one of those people like, oh, AEW has too many belts. Now we do.
They do.
Now we do.
We 1,000% do. We 1,000%. Well, the thing is, we don't have the unified title anymore, which sucks because that belt is beautiful. Is it just sitting somewhere?
No.
Like, can we replace that with the internet? Can we make that the new international title or something? Like, I don't know. We just got to leave that beautiful belt
just around. Yeah, I just think because y'all got you split that belt up, or not the belt, but you know what I mean. Like you split that up, so you got Cash Money Kazu with one, you got Mox with one. Also, don't forget the national title that Ricochet has. Like, too many belts.
Yeah.
Too many belts.
But yes, Andrade's back. Speaking of people with belts, somebody with more than one belt, Willow Nightingale. Willow, 2 belts, had a promo segment tonight. Live celebration for the new TBS champion. Yes. I will also say I didn't expect Mercedes to be around. I thought she was going to take off January. I didn't know she's still coming to work.
Me too.
I wouldn't have.
Oh, we should also that match last week.
Fantastic. It made my match of the year list. Like
it was truly great. Having Willow win was the right decision. I was nervous when they announced that match because I was like, I don't understand why you would do that and not have Willow win, and then she did win. So that was great. We love Willow Nightingale over here. Who doesn't? I will say, AEW, are you poor? What the hell was going on with the lights all night? We gonna talk about the lights out too.
And also, why are your lights not working when your most attractive roster members are in the ring?
Come on. But the lights work for FTR? Come on. Come on.
Y'all got hey man, I swear about their huffing and puffing in darkness. What?
Why you can't see Willow face card for what? I want to say, like, Willow Nightingale, the person that you are, because y'all are lucky that happened to her, because had that happened to a lot of other people, they would have frozen.
Especially in the women's division. Like, I'll even be honest, like, if the roles were reversed and Mercedes was in
I don't think that
could.
Yeah. I will say I'm obviously everyone's elated. Willow, TBS champion. This is not about that. So I'm setting Willow aside. But my point from a few weeks back, I think, still remains. This is the second time we've seen Mercedes get smashed into a cake. So first off, we're already doing things that, like,
you know what I'm afraid of?
What?
Mercedes is going to lose to Harley in Australia.
Okay. We're going to address that in a second, because I can't let that happen. But, oh, brother, I cannot let that happen. But I was going to say, we need some good old-fashioned hatred back in the women's division, right? We are doing too much lovey-dovey, corny on the mic shit of like, oh, we're friends, we're not friends. Oh, it's okay, we're like whatever. It's okay to do that, to do some of that some of the time. There are no blood feuds in the women's division right now. Correct. That's not okay. And you have some of the best wrestling you've ever had in this division taking place, and it feels like the storylines themselves are soft. That can't happen. I
think also too, how do I say this, y'all? There are no AEW women's trios championships. And what I mean by that is that I am all for alliances, but this is not a group project.
No.
We have 3 different sets of titles wrapped up in this one little group. We need movement with those titles. Who is the next world title challenger? Who is the first TBS title challenger? Who is the next tag title challenger? I'm sure now. I'm almost positive that this is probably going to end up with Stat versus Thekla, because Thekla, that she's been like waiting in the wings for a minute for the world title. That makes sense. And then it's probably going to have Babes of Wrath and Sisters of Sin. Sure.
But then we have to get serious.
But then we also have the TBS title to think about. Like, who is going to face Willow?
Yeah. It's a weird thing, because it's like, it feels like an elevated, like, version of something of a problem we've always had. You know? Because the difference is now you have superstars in the women's division. You have people that everybody wants to see, and you've got some of the best women's wrestling in the world, but you still have no idea what to do with them or how to use any of your top talent. And you need some bloodthirsty heel.
Hell, they using Tony to get the men over.
Yeah, it's like what are we doing? We need to all sit down, and I understand that character work is not necessarily everybody's strong suit. It has to be somebody's. Somebody has got to step up and to say, I want blood and I want the world title. I want blood and I want the TBS title. We can't keep doing all this corny, half friend shit, half like whatever. I'm sick of it now as a viewer, and we can't keep doing segments like this. Like I said, this is the second time that we've had Mercedes get her face smashed in a cake. What else do you have?
Amanada will fix all this.
Queen Amanada, I tweeted this earlier. Queen Amanada, you are being summoned. This is your spot.
For real, and I feel like we just need her back. We need her energy back. That real, I hate you, die.
Yes.
Are you ready to die?
I want to kill you.
We need Queen Amanada versus Athena on like the main roster.
Absolutely.
And
Jamie needs to turn.
Yes, hell yes. I've been saying this for a while, just especially after that match that they had. I saw the potential. I said,
a great match
for the way. If she goes all the way, man, we can really make some fate. We can really do something crazy.
Oh yeah, somebody said saying Megan Bayne feels like she's holding pattern. Megan Bayne has that. Megan Bayne has that. I don't give a fuck who's across the ring for me. Like, I will throw you.
I think Megan Bayne should be the end game for Willow's Ring.
Yes, I was gonna say the problem with Megan Bayne is that they've had her idling for so long. You got to heat her back up, and you've got to give her. I don't want to say you got to give her a reason to like be mad and be locked in, but you got to give her a storyline to work with. Megan Bayne has been fantastic in every match that she's had since she's joined AEW. She has been placed in spots and in positions and surrounded by people who are not her peers. Y'all do not have Megan Bayne hooping with the top dogs that she should be hooping with.
And the thing is, she's working so hard outside of AEW.
Yeah.
She's working her ass off between Stardom and Indies and this. Like, she's working her ass off. Like, yes, real people. And I think that moves us over into another match that happened in the women's division tonight. We had, it was only a quick match, but we had Tony versus Marina. Marina's improved a lot. Do I want to see singles matches regularly? Still no. But
sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought.
But she's definitely going to be in one of these title pictures. I do hope people are ready for that.
I'm mentally prepared, and I hear the words, this was bad. She's not. You know what? I take it, and I'm like, she's clearly worked very hard, and she is a very compelling character and a great addition to the Death Riders. I do not want to see her wrestle.
I think especially
that has not changed.
One-on-one is a lot.
No, exactly. Like, whatever, multi-man, whatever, like, tornado tag, whatever. I don't want to see you wrestle.
Yeah. Bandito versus Sammy Guevara happened.
Bandito, you should be president of the world. I love you so bad.
I think the post-match is really what's most important here. Max.
Wait. I have a comment about this. Really.
Oh, go ahead.
Lyric is trying to speed up the show, but I told you guys it would be long. Sammy Guevara, you will always be an op of mine, and you know what you did. But it's important to me that you guys also note no pop. And the thing about Sammy Guevara, right, is that people will still be like, oh yeah, like this kid is like he's the future. It's like he's 32. He's 32. Hangman is 34.
I think also the thing about Sammy is that, how do I say it? It's just over there.
Time has come. The time has passed.
Honestly, if y'all were really serious about repackaging him, he would have been wrestling under a man a year ago. I think he can wrestle really well, and I think that he does a lot of crazy stunts. And I think it actually really hurts my heart to see him do some crazy shit. And people say, I don't care.
Don't care.
Tell you right now, we don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah. That brother got
you know,
a mask.
And the thing about him is like, I think that is just a fascinating proposition because wrestling fans can truly like it's astonishing and scary. Wrestling fans can forgive so much.
All of the pillars have their lane at this point. You know, when Jack Perry said, embrace that, whoa, again, people said, come back home.
Come back.
Love you.
We know you.
Darby has his lane. MJF obviously is an original. He has his lane. It is you, Sammy. It is just you. And the thing is, we've been recruited so many new young fly niggas since then.
There's no room. Like where it I'm not hungry.
What you got, what you're selling, we're not buying. But
and wait, last thing. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. And Samuel, I don't have a great memory. Also, I've never understood. Maybe your Wikipedia is wrong, but it's like you're Spanish God. You're Cuban, according to the. But whatever. It's just always been puzzling to me. Like what? But I don't know you. Maybe there's more there. But okay. But I will never forget what you said about Mercedes. Ever. You will always have an enemy in me. Anyway, so after the match, Bandito looked great, fantastic. We loved it.
Bandito looked great. MJF came out, did his little spiel. He had John Cruz. So if anybody who's been watching his CMLL performances, he's had John Cruz come out with him as like a translator recently. It's so crazy because so many people, including Danny, texted me and was like, this translator is terrible.
He got real creative. Like the crux of what he was saying, like, oh, MJF is the best, is the same as what MJF was saying. But no, he was not translating bar for bar what Max said at all. It was really funny to me. He wanted to put his own. He said, let me take these 15 seconds. All right.
He said, I ain't been on TV in a minute.
Y'all gonna hear me. And I was in there and I was like, that ain't what he said. And I was like, did MJF really say that? No.
I will say
on live TV.
I'm really proud of Max for restraint. I watched this promo with my heart in my ass.
100.
I was texting Danny. I said, man, listen, we're doing well. Just hold on. I loved the bit about saying like, oh, I sold more tickets in CMLL than you. Because I feel like that's low-hanging fruit, right? Like
Yeah.
it's MJF had a fantastic year and CMLL last year with his appearances. We didn't say anything. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I loved when he was like, I'm gonna get you a world title shot, right? I'm gonna do that for you, kid. Bandito is older than MJF. I'm gonna do that for you, kid. About 5 to 10 years. That's a good deal. Funny.
Just take it.
Also the undercurrent of like, yeah, you do feel threatened. I look. I don't like that scarf, bitch. I enjoyed this exchange, and I was sitting there the whole time, and I was like, especially when he brought the translator, I was like, I hope Bandito just like grabs the mic and says, I speak English. Like, why are you?
And that's exactly
what he did.
Simple, effective. It wasn't 20 minutes long. It got me properly excited for next week. That 21 plexed everybody. Listen, I'm into it.
And I saw Bandito hold that world title, and I said, well, yes.
I have plans that I cannot share with you right now because the haters will try to sabotage me. But just know, we already have your name written down. And you are in the succession. Just if you are in line, stay in line.
Stay in line. Because the problem with that world title, man, what AEW should do and what I want AEW to do, two different things. Or what AEW is planning and what I'm planning, two different things. Because I got a whole lot of clients that need the world title reigns. And I feel like they're not seeing the vision that I'm seeing. Bandito, I love you bad. Now's not the time because we got to get that belt back on its owner. But once we get that belt back on Kenny, then Billy Goat can have it. He'll hold it for a while. He will. Yeah. So Billy Goat has it. I'm open to suggestions after that, right?
I think Kyle Fletcher should hold it.
I was gonna say because it feels like
It's either gonna be Swerve or Kyle Fletcher.
I feel like Kyle Fletcher comes up because it's like, yeah, I feel like it's Kyle Fletcher. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Swerve either. But if it's Kyle Fletcher right after that, Bandito, nope. If it's Kyle Fletcher right after that, Takeshita is next. And then after Takeshita, you can pass that right off to Bandito. So we got a couple steps.
This is also why I need them to like figure a way to bring the unified championship back, because like I kind of need that IWGP Intercontinental title to exist for it could be something big. Like the Continental Championship is a big deal. I just don't like the belt. I don't like the belt. Yeah, it's like the physical belt. I need a big title.
Can I say something controversial?
What?
It's not even that bad. Almost all belts look the same to me, and I feel nothing about them except the V4.
I can't agree. I
know you have strong feelings about a lot of belts. I think the AEW world title is pretty, but the only one that I'm like, oh my god.
I think there's a difference between like a belt and then I think there's a regular title belt and then a big boy belt. Like I will say, the AEW World Championship, the Men's World Championship is a big boy belt. Like the gold on it, the way that it's styled. This is a big gold, like a big gold.
Yeah,
I love a big gold. Now V4 is unmatched, and I feel like one of my favorite belts ever is also the U.S. Heavyweight Championship is one of my favorites. Like that red strap and the gold. You can't.
Like I said, they all blend together to me.
They like the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship looked nothing like any other belt. That's why I liked it so much. Red strap, gold plate. Kenny Omega wore that belt. You call yourself a fan?
Okay, don't do me.
They created that belt.
Don't do me.
And you call yourself a fan?
I can't picture the physical belt. That doesn't make me not a fan.
Sister, don't tell nobody that.
Well, it's too late now. I literally, all belts look the same to me. And it's funny because people will be like, oh, like, I think this one, I don't like this one. I don't like this one. And it's like, it's just gold. I don't know.
It's not just gold, man. It means something.
Whatever.
It
all just looks like something I would 100% sell if I got my hands on it.
Is this who we are?
Is this what we represent?
Oh, okay, here we go. I'm gonna show you.
I ain't got my glasses. Oh! No, I remember that belt. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway.
What happened next?
Last but certainly not least, let's get into the main event.
I want to start off by saying, fun AEW deeply.
Kelly said, "Y'all still on? What are we talking about, girl? We don't know. We actually about to talk about the main event. So this is
finally. Yeah, Lyric wanted to yap all day. It wasn't me, of course. It was Lyric. We had a lot of things to talk about. Main event. First of all, AEW deeply unserious company. Lights out main event. Couldn't see shit.
Spotlight.
Couldn't see shit for the first couple minutes. I was sitting up there and I was worried because I was like, I don't think they can see. Because Hangman went for that. Hangman went for that moonsault, and I was like, oh no, like girl, get up.
I
Ariana,
will.
what are you doing here?
Hangman, you had him. If they had him doing a crazy landing on the first Dynamite of the year, I was going to single handedly change the trajectory of everybody. Like not the
That's I
boy.
was like, I saw flashes of it. I was like, if Hangman gets injured
Do
doing
you remember that night that he got concussed?
yes, vividly.
You,
Vividly.
oh my! I felt like my life. I felt like I
No, it was devastating and it was scary because he was out for like he was down for a while.
he
And
was still on Twitter at that point, and so he had to tweet about eating a panini
yeah.
for
And
me
I will
to be
say
able to go to bed.
he came back at my Dynamite. So
All right, the main
I'm
event.
God's favorite when it comes
Let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about the main event. It's not about you. Everything's not about you. Do you know that? Do you know?
but most things are. But most
Anyway, let's talk about the main event. The lights eventually came on.
which is
Hangman is
also very funny to me because like how we go from lights out nobody can see that man forget the lights out part.
I think people were complaining so much. Like literally, people started tweeting and adding Tony Khan.
I mean, yeah, it was
As they
dangerous.
should.
It was like, yeah, one, we can't see, but two, like that's probably dangerous, especially knowing that it's gonna be an unsanctioned match. Like,
Exactly,
and you got Hook in there. You ain't got real Hooper.
and how am I gonna? I don't know the best way to say this, but whoever was up there thought that they were doing such a good job with the spotlight. They were barely following it. It wasn't working. I will say, Hangman and Swerve, y'all are sick. Who allowed? I think you're having too much fun. Do you know it's showing? Like, do you know it's showing? Like, we need to really.
You think you're controlling it?
Y'all think like y'all are controlling it. Like you think like nobody can see you. We can all see you. You're having too much fun together. You're enjoying this too much.
You know, like, oh yeah, you know, it'd be fun if we wrap this chain out and then we dropped him on some cinder blocks and then we did it together. And then afterwards, I'm gonna staple Powerhouse Hobbs in his Power Hussy. And that was funny to you. Like that was something normal for you guys to do.
They started giggling. He said, hey, First said, come help me real quick. Come help me outside real quick. Let's get our pre-prepared board of cinder blocks, pick it up, put it in the ring. I think that'd be really cute. I think that'd be really awesome.
The host gonna love this.
They chained those two maniacs together. I don't know how Hangman got out of that. Went over the back. What is wrong with y'all?
I love it. It's like they're on the same frequency. FREAK.
No, it's actually really scary. They're such a good team, and I know some people are like, I want them to start trying to kill each other again. Guys, there's nothing left to do. Not right now. There's literally nothing left for them.
This is what they're doing to other people now. Like they combine their joint derangement and are now turning that outwards. Like what? Like genuinely short of like a good old fashioned stabbing. What do you want these people to do to each other?
Good old fashioned stabbing. Yeah, these two freaks deserve each other. Derogatory.
And affectionate. Powerhouse Hobbs, you were phenomenal in this handicap match.
It was a great lights out handicap match. I thought it was
the best part about this match was y'all made me forget Hook was in it. Congratulations.
Bruh. Every time Hangman remembered that Hook was in this match, he got so mad.
He got so pissed off.
He started the match off drinking. I said, oh, we're in for. I said, all right, it's gonna be a good night.
The match itself is great. Swerve and Hangman, like I said, have undeniable chemistry.
I got some tag titles with their names.
Oh, absolutely. FTR, y'all fucking playing in these niggas' people's faces. Get your back on the mat and look up at the lights.
And honestly, FTR dropping to Swerve and Hangman would make me much happier than them dropping the jet speed, because I think if you let Swerve and Hangman drop the belts to Jet Speed, I think like you
They'll
can
be stars.
not yes, but also two, we can lay the foundation for my eventual Kevin Knight Swerve program that I have plans for.
You know what? Yeah.
And also too, Hangman and Speedball have never touched. So
Really?
I'm into it. I would like to see it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't think if I'm about to check, I don't think that him and Speedball have ever touched.
Stop saying it like that.
Well, ever like wrestled.
You think they've ever explored each other's bodies?
Yeah, they've never. Who knows? They've never wrestled. They've never wrestled. I just checked on Cage Match. So, but yeah,
I think all of that could be so fun, and I love it even more because it means FTR is out of the picture. Yeah, I love it.
I'm a fan. I just why did Hangman? Why did Dynamite have to end like 20 minutes late though? That's kind of crazy.
Because y'all truly like tonight. I hate to call out individuals. Production. I don't know what's going on tonight.
And I think it's a terrible way to first Dynamite of the year. Is like, come on, y'all.
20-minute overrun. You could hear production talking on the microphones at certain points. The lights don't work. Then the lights are too dark for the lights out match. Then you try to do it with the spotlight, but whoever's on the spotlight's too damn late on a fucking spotlight. Like, you look a mess. You look a mess.
AEW
for as much as we sit up here and like, oh, we love AEW, we can't defend you on this shit.
We can't.
This is ghetto.
When y'all start acting poor, this isn't very major league of you.
No.
WWE had a Stranger Things collab earlier this week. Catch up.
Come on.
Catch up.
Come on.
Please.
And it's not, sometimes AEW can do these things and it's like, oh, this is endearing. You know, like whatever. It's not funny to end 20. It's not funny that we can't see.
I think it was also too, it's just you just had too many moments that you just can't mess up. Willow Nightingale is a champion again, right? You literally did a segment with Mercedes Moné. You had Hangman and Swerve teaming up. You had MJF out there. You had Bandito out there. You really had your top stars in the booth. It's certain things. Sometimes I've said this numerous times. I'll be like, I'd be scared that AEW is going to get too big one day, and there's some nights like this when they won't. I feel perfectly confident.
You know what? Because I feel like every time I feel the need to gatekeep, they do something to drive just enough people away.
It's just us. It's gonna be just us. It's
just gonna be us. We all don't have to worry too much because
you don't gotta worry too much.
Every once in a while, AEW will remind you, like they will do something to remind you.
They have the greatest roster on the planet, but
not a clue in the world. But not a clue in the world.
We're the best wrestler indeed, but
that's all they do.
That's the wrestlers are the best. Everything else,
who's to say? Oh, I will. So listen, Danielle, make sure you take allergy medicine. I'm taking a Benadryl. I'm going to sleep because I really think I don't know what I'm allergic to. Maybe I'm allergic to the Dynamite Diaries.
Wouldn't that be ironic? Anyway, that was
wait before we wrap up. We'll start doing MVP of the night and somebody that got on your nerves tonight. We're gonna workshop new things. This is the last one.
MVP of the night. Who's my MVP? Bandito. And somebody who got on my nerves. FTR.
Yeah.
And honestly, whoever was running that spotlight.
Whoever was gonna say. So my answers, I'll use different answers to not steal yours, but my answers were my baller of the night or ballers, Young Bucks. They look fantastic.
Yes, they did.
And they look the best they've looked in a while, which is saying something. Young Bucks ballers of the night, and the chop of the week, AEW production.
Yes, correct. Correct. Fix this shit by Collision, man. I ain't playing with y'all.
And I ain't watching Collision, so make sure it's done by Dynamite.
Well, I'm busy this weekend, so I don't know if I watch Collision either. But I hope
She thinks she better than y'all. She got
it's honestly work stuff, but I digress. Yeah.
You think you better than me because you got a job?
It's not a real job.
I have a job. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching Dynamite Diaries. Lyric, do you have anything to plug?
I actually. Oh well, while I was gone, I did an interview with Blue Panther, so you can check that out. That was super cool.
Everybody get up.
Everybody get up. Right. Last year, from an interview perspective, I genuinely can't complain. So many things I can't even say that they were dreams because I never even imagined that I could ever do anything like that. So, yeah, read the Blue Panther interview. I don't know.
Yeah.
And if you want to go back and watch the 10-hour stream, if you're a psychopath, it's up on YouTube.
I don't think that makes you a psychopath. I think it makes you fun and whimsical.
And also, too, if you are interested in the Black History Month stream, reach out.
There.
She will be there.
I won't be there.
She will be there.
I'm deleting that link, brother.
She will be there. Even though it's so crazy about Danny, let me tell you, I just want to give like a snippet. She says she talks all this shit of just like, oh, I'm not doing this, and oh, I don't think nobody cares. So when we did the stream, she was the person that people were so excited. Like people were like, oh my god, like I'm finally gonna get to work with Danny. I'm finally gonna get to talk to Black Pro Wrestling.
Oh my god, is that you, Black Pro Wrestling? And meanwhile, Lyric can't walk down the street in Texas. But yeah, Black Pro Wrestling's going. Oh my god, wait, guys, I promise we're gonna hang up. I tweeted something last week that got the most likes Black Pro Wrestling has ever gotten, and it was a picture of Andrew Garfield in a do-rag. And the funniest part is like, okay, so MJF got hacked. He was begging for money from people, and then he tweeted, that he got his account back, whatever, like, here's my Venmo, trying to be funny of like, oh, if you fell for it, like, whatever.
For reparations.
I requested reparations. He like posted a bunch of screenshots of all the different people that were asking for money, and one person was like, oh, Black Girl Wrestling is like white and a trans person. And I was like, what are they talking about? And I realized that my Venmo profile picture, which has been like that for years, it's for me. And it's like I didn't do it for a Twitter bit. And I was like, no, so close. That's Andrew Garfield in a do-rag. And it got like 30,000 likes. And I was like, guys, that's not even funny. It's just
the views on it, bro. It was like, what, 400K?
Yeah, I was like, what? And everybody was like, oh, this is so funny. I'm like, it's not even really a joke. Like, but it helped BG Dub break containment, which is what I'm scared of, and leads me to my other thing to plug, which is, again, just the RJ interview, because I don't know when the next episode of Black Girl Wrestling is coming out, because I'm lazy. But make sure you go watch it. Make sure you comment on it. Where I just hit 900 subscribers, which is crazy. And once I hit 1,000, I don't know what I'll do. I can't say that. I'll do crack live on air.
She's lying. She didn't mean that. Please. Right. Let's wrap this up.
For legal that's a joke. We will see you next week for Dynamite, as long as it's not 4 billion hours long. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.